The US ranks 24th in reading, 24th in science, 38th in math, 13th in problem solving. Of all the things that we could lead the world in, we lead the world in the percentage of our GDP that we spend on civil litigation. There are 28 countries in this world that don't make $956 per person in GDP. The first step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. It is based on research that I've conducted using credible sources such as the Census Bureau, World Bank, the American Bar Association, and the CIA. Okay, mostly credible sources. Well, the 60s were crazy times. JFK was elected and then assassinated. His brother Robert was assassinated, and so did Dr. Martin Luther King. We went through the ecology revolution, the feminist revolution, black power revolution, human rights revolution, sex revolution, and drug revolution. On July of 1969, we put a man on the moon, and in August, we had Woodstock. We didn't trust the government, and we were fighting a war that we didn't want. So I want to take you back to 1978 in Israel, and I'm about to go to the pre-qualifier for the 1980 Olympics. And I get lane number 4. And if you know what lane number 4 means, it means that at 1978, I have the best time in Israel in 100-meter breaststroke. But flying is not a relaxing activity, so it puzzled me. See, this is what a cockpit looks like. There are 42 gauges in the plane that I flew. There are 42 gauges and one engine. How many gauges do you need? 42 gauges. Any one of them showing a bad value, you're dead. You share the airspace with these big airplanes, and you want to know exactly where they are, and they need to know where you are, and you do not want to be on their path, because if you're on their path, you're dead. And then there's weather, especially here in Texas. There are all kinds of thunderstorms and turbulence and everything. You don't want to fly into that, because if you fly into that, you're dead. Flying is not a relaxing activity. Give them a hand. They're taking a risk now. They have no idea. You are?
My name is Leela.
Leela. Leela and?
Robbie.
Robbie. Leela and Robbie, hold those cups. Hold them like they're full. Okay. Now I want you to turn away from me and walk step, 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were big steps. Okay, turn back to me. Those cups are empty, so don't worry. I think they're empty. Oh, I'm in the middle of this. What this represents, Leela, you are going to be my right brain, right?
Okay, sure.
And Robbie, you're going to be my left brain. That's not a bad thing. By the way, everybody knows that the creative people are right brain, right? Yes, no, it's not. They're not. Research showed that there is absolutely no such thing as right brain, left brain people. Right brain analyzes visual, left brain analyzes text. By the way, here's a tip. If you ever create slides, always put the images on the left, the text on the right. And that's important. So really, everybody here that can take an intern, please see the mayor or anybody he designated for this. It's critical for our students, for your students, all of them. Her friend asked, oh, really? So your daddy is a doctor? And Shira, my daughter, thinks about it for a second and she goes, yeah, but not the useful kind. So, I truly believe that every company in the world, doesn't matter what size, doesn't matter how old, has the potential of being the most innovative company in the world. Can you recognize the person on the left? His name, what was it? Hemingway. Very good. Incorrect, though. His name is Samuel Piedmont Langley. And one thing I noticed, some of you looked at the acronym of Corporate Innovation Academy, and I know that it raises a few questions, so I want to tell you that actually there is another organization with the same acronym, but our logo look completely different.